right now, the race is on to restore power to nearly 3 million customers in Connecticut, New Jersey, and parts of New York. Con Edison calls this outage the second largest in its history, and some companies say a fix could take hours. In many cases, it'll take days. News 4's Gaby Acevedo tracking the update on the progress live from Woodbridge, New Jersey, with how it's going there. Gaby.
Stefan, here in Woodbridge Township, hundreds of homes have gone dark. No electricity. This as a consequence of Isaias gust winds knocking down trees and power lines. Neighbors have been advised to prepare for at least a couple of days without power service. The sound of power generators taking over the neighborhood. Residents getting gas and taking the dust off what is now their only source of energy.
Sandy and Irene, so I bought the generator for Irene, and that was the last time I used it.
I got kids. They have to, live their life. We have to cook, we have to eat, and this and that. We don't have any other place to go to.
OMAR SELIM lives in the house right in front of where this domino effect started. A large tree toppled over a telephone pole which came down, and with it, several electric poles and power lines, effectively knocking down electricity for the entire block and leaving power wires looking like black spaghetti.
When it hit, we were inside the house. We didn't know where to go. We go to the front, we go to the back. Where does the sound came from?
Besides gas for power generators, neighbors also went looking for ice, vital now to keep food in the fridge and medicine from going to waste.
I've got, $100+ worth of meats and other perishables that if we don't get electric back, I gotta throw it away. Or give it away.
Down Main Street, police directing traffic and all businesses closed. The short-term economic impact of Isaias that has left over 1.4 million customers across the Garden State in the dark, and residents thinking about what to do next.
I have 10 gallons of gas. It should last me 2 days.
If it actually goes back to being 90s, I may have to take my wife to my daughter's house. She lives in another part of town in Islam, and she has power.
And even though Isaias is well gone, keep in mind there's still vegetation, debris, and down power lines across the area. So it's best to avoid unnecessary travel at this point until the cleanup effort and the restoration of power is completed. Reporting live from Woodbridge Township, Gaby Acevedo, News 4, New York.
Now, Gaby, definitely want to stay away from that area. Thank you for that report. Along with the tree-toppling winds out there, Isaias also spawned tornadoes. Take a look. At least 2 confirmed in South Jersey out of more than a dozen reports. Parts of northern New Jersey also took some of the brunt of the storm, including Kearney. That's where News 4's Checkey Beckford joins us live. Checkey.
Yeah, Natalie, and you can see the cleanup has begun here. You can see the tree that's been chopped up. Earlier this afternoon, though, it was sitting atop a car that was waiting at a light here in the intersection. But this is not a unique scene. Just drive through northern New Jersey and you'll see several just like it.
Wild winds across New Jersey, causing plenty of damage and posing a danger to people who had to work despite the storm. This tree service worker was cutting up a trunk resting on power lines on Newark's Hansberry Avenue. But in a blink of an eye, things go terribly wrong. The tree falling on top of him. Despite the scary moment, the owner says the employee had only minor injuries.
Crazy. So happy he's alive.
Along Carlton Road in Wyckoff, another close call, this time for a United States postal worker who barely avoided this massive tree that cratered his mail van.
He had just dropped off a package in the garage and turned around and heard the tree crack and looked around and saw it fall on the car.
The near miss leaving the postal worker shaken.
He was crying. He was really shooken up about it.
In the town of Kearney, it was hard to drive more than a block without seeing the damage left by the storm.
It's very, very bad.
This car, its blinkers and wipers still going, was stopped at a light near Midland Avenue when a tree came down on top of it.
It was very scary. It was like never seen it before.
And again, another fortunate ending. The driver of that car, we're told, is okay. He was rescued by first responders, but did not suffer any serious injuries. Now, scenes like this one, again, you'll see across northern New Jersey, and it's unclear exactly when they'll be cleared up altogether because crews have so many of them to get to. So you're being told to watch your step. Make sure you're not stepping on any live power lines. We're live in Kearney tonight. Checkey, Beckford, News 4 New York.
Yeah, it's like a nightmare seeing all those trees down. Checkey, thank you very much.